to the White House and President Trump's really controversial renovation that's undergoing right now. We keep finding out more about this ballroom project that he's been talking about for months, but the demolition of the existing White House, the East Wing, started this week. What more do we know about what's next for the demolition and then this, big, massive construction project?
Important context here, I always emphasize it off the top in our reporting, is that the taxpayers aren't paying for this. The Trump administration has found private donors, and we have a list that we can put on screen of the number of companies that were at least approached. This was released by the White House, the number of people that attended a recent dinner on the update on construction projects at the White House. We don't have a complete look at who's actually donating here. We know the president has indicated that he would pitch in as well. We know that the cost of this ballroom has gone up. Initially, it was around $200 million. The president's indicating it's now approaching close to $300 million. It speaks to the scale of this project, and the images really jarring for a lot of Americans, seeing the East Wing of the White House taken down for a number of historical groups, preservationists, architects here in Washington. They've written letters condemning what the president is doing, seemingly unilaterally. We've seen large-scale renovations in the past. 1940s during the Truman administration, there was a major renovation there. But what we saw back then is we saw large-scale input, right? It was taxpayer funded, so Congress played a role. Because this isn't taxpayer funded, the president is working very much on his own on this. It's also been a passion of his for a while, and that's important context here. It's not like he was sworn in on January 20th and says, oh, I think we need a ballroom. He talked about this before he was ever president. He talked about this when he was a businessman. He approached other presidents about potentially doing this. The complaint that he has had for years and years and years is there's no grand space at the White House for a large-scale event. And that is true. We've seen state dinners in which presidents have put tents on the south lawn of the White House up because the east room of the White House, the state dining room, it just can't accommodate thousands of people. This ballroom, according to the president, could accommodate up to 1,000 individuals. Who knows, potentially more. The president's been criticized by some about a lack of transparency. He spoke about that yesterday.
Your response to people who say that you haven't been transparent enough about this?
I haven't been transparent?
That some of your critics feel it should
I've shown this to everybody that would listen. Third-rate reporters didn't see it because they didn't look. You're a third-rate reporter, always have been. So third-rate reporters didn't look, but anybody that asked, these pictures have been in newspapers. They've been all over the place, and we're very proud of it. It's gotten great reviews. It's gotten really great reviews. So I think we've been more transparent than anybody's ever been.
Now, the president has had models of this project on the Resolute desk in the Oval Office for a while now, but earlier, months ago, it was thought that the ballroom would be separate from the White House, placed maybe somewhere on the White House grounds, and not these images that we've seen of the demolition of the East Wing. And the East Wing is traditionally where the First Lady has offices. It's where First Lady Michelle Obama, it's where First Lady Melania Trump's had offices. For years and years, First Ladies have worked out of the East Wing of the White House. Also, interesting of note, beneath the East Wing of the White House, that's where the emergency operations centers are, the bunker, if you will. So that's going to be clearly part of this as well as what happens there. The president has indicated that there will be modifications made to the emergency bunker that was used on September 11th. For instance, Vice President Cheney went into the bunker there on the East Wing of the White House. So this isn't just a hallway that's being taken down. This wing has served a purpose for many years. Democrats on Capitol Hill are disgusted by this project, and they're also disgusted at the timing of this project happening in the midst of this government shutdown. We're seeing the building of a wing like this. Republicans say this is liberals, progressives, pearl clinching. The expression is being thrown around, saying that presidents have left their mark on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue for years and years and years, and this is another president leaving his mark forever. But there's complaints that it's happening, Steph, but the reality is it's happening. I mean, this East Wing could be completely demolished by this weekend.
Yeah, Joe, and I think, as you noted, the president has been talking about this ballroom for a while. I know we reported it on it when those first images come out. I think, you know, for people who live in Washington, D.C., for people who've been to holiday parties and have walked through the East Wing or have gone to a White House tour, also entering through the East Wing, I think it's a little bit different to actually see it being demolished and to see parts of the White House being taken down. I think that's hard for opponents of this construction project to really kind of wrap their heads around. Scripps News Deputy Political Director Joe St. George, thank you very much.